Well, welcome back. Sorry, last time I had to cut the episode a little bit shorter than I would want to. But I was out of water and really thirsty. Yes, Pandora? At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites serve not as man's final bastion, but as testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood, with its inexorable tide, would drown nigh everyone and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole, for the creatures which then did rise from the fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment sent to devour sin and sinner both, hence named the name of Sin Eaters. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their God. Yet which there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of the worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Great Wood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. Despite their architectural prowess, I have made neither head nor tails of anything in this place. You would think the remnants of a church would be more conspicuous. 'Twas be most unusual, but mayhap the hall was built below ground. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. Little is left of the church I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. And the lantern, the torches are lit here for some reason as well. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation might be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the life did wane, so rose reverence for the dark, and its followers did want for places of worship to be playing the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to the worshippers of the dark, the Knights Blessed, who subsequently migrated to Arktika. Yes, indeed, 'twas beneath the shade broths of the Rakita's Great Wood that they finally found sanctuary. Often, many times did Yulmore make precious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch know full well that Y'shtola, in their seclusion, doth labor to learn all she may of the blessed in their past. 'Twas why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he speaks, no doubt, bequeaths a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well, then we better hurry up and find it. Is it in the table? No, not in table. Why is destination still there? We just have to stand there? Can anyone tell me what this intact tablet even looks like? The tablet, a fragment of holy scripture, twists most surely rest here on this altar, yet this would, I presume, also have been where the blessed placed the fount of the seeing used in the practice of their faith. Whether then would they have set the tablet? I can barely see my hand in front of my face. I have only that, if only that torch were a little closer. Search your surroundings. Oh yeah, just take a look around, minigame. Have you located the time-worn tablet? I don't know if there's any funny things you could see by doing that, but I just knew where it was because I saw it a little bit earlier. I think you could see it. It's either that or I actually remember what's going on. Within the altar thou sayest. I thought that was a desk, not an altar. I mean, you can see cubby holes on this side. So I hope this is what we are looking for. How were you able to see it in the dark and inside the altar of all places? Not escapeth thine eye, 'twas seem this is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are written in the scripture of the ancient empire of Ranka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twas be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Twas plain that Exarch understandeth Yastola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. Pants. Yeah, you can probably hear in the background that Pandora was going around being crazy. Yeah, you were going crazy. Yeah. Little calico that's all crazy. Ere we depart, there is custom of the night blessing, which I feel compelled to word. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is believed that if the blessed that one's own name must near be uttered in the light of the everlasting day, yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Twice do parents protect their children, and in rare cases masters their disciples. So it is that Yastola has taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the great woods border. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Yes, of course, right this way.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
What is it now? Do you expect me to regale you with friendly banter? Oh, very well, I will humor you this once. You may consider it my latest act of good faith. Come on, then, what do you wish to know? Oh, well, what a curious question. Mortal flesh is but the vessel into which we Asians pour the elixir of our souls, molded it as fits the occasion, or not if we so choose. But, be it for a year or a millennium, I prefer to retain the same form until my duty is done. So, after arriving here in the first, I fashioned some hapless body into the man you see before you. Though, as your friend over there can attest, there are those of us who forgo such alterations. He was ever the rash one, La Brea, jumping into vessel to vessel, never heeding the toll it took on him. To explain our ASEAN counterpart, meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Or otherwise he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily it pervadeth every corner, and so long as the light warden remaineth, the Sun Eater shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If not is done, 'twas be a matter of time before the blessed succumb. 2 years past, a swarm of Sun Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on, where were souls in want of guiding hand, for mercy Ishtoleth had provided that which they solely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and there shall we bend our steps to Fort Gohan. Northeast.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now! Surround them!
These senators, they're not like the others.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Perhaps they speak the truth.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade. Good luck.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Enough. Runar, report.
Master Matoya! We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but two Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
that she would imagine him a stranger. And it ain't a lot better than it might have, no thanks to Emmett Selk. I didn't expect her to be so imposing in person. You have been busy since arriving in the first, I gather, but I would hear the tale of your travels and more suitable surroundings. With Fort gone yet to be built, the Knights Blessed has made their home in a settlement to the northeast. It will await you. Will await you at the entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. Wait a minute, what? We drove past it? Oh, it's right there. And this is its north, so... When I was little, Miss Olvera seemed so much bigger and stronger than me, although, to be perfectly honest, the way she carries herself even now bespeaks a confidence I cannot help but envy. But never mind that. We have a virtue to hunt. Let us commence our search at once and keep your weapons at the ready, my friend. About time our luck took a turn for the better. There she is. What now? You've got to be kidding me. But you were all here with me, but I know it's better that you're not. You have a score to settle, you bloody... we've got a score to settle, you bloody bastard. And this time, I'm ready for your tricks. Tough old beggar, everyone. Alright. Herbert, I don't know what to say. Thank you, everyone, and I'm sorry for not for trying to go it alone. And why, pray tell, did you even try to do something so foolish? If we'd been here from the first, it wouldn't have been anything even approaching a challenge. Back in the day, I was a bounty hunter. I've told you that much, but I haven't told you about my old partners. Together, we tracked and claimed countless notorious marks throughout Norvrent, and we were the best in the business. Everyone knew our names and our reputation. They called us legends, and everywhere along the line, we started to believe it too. Somewhere along the line. And then we set our sights on Balmaquitz. I survived, they didn't. I swore vengeance, but had no idea how to go about pursuing it. Then I met you lot and thought that maybe with your help, I might just have a fighting chance. So you see, I never intended to keep it all secret. It just you never asked, and since I'd rather not talk about it. Easier to live in the moment, you know? The next town, the next job, the weeks flew by, and after a time I started having second thoughts. And I'd lost those closest to me before. I didn't want to live through that again. Are we not comrades through thick and thin? Those bounds of fellowship between us must come before all else. Otherwise, they may as well not exist. You say the thought of losing us pained you. What of our feelings? What of our loss? What if we had not arrived when we did? You saved our lives more times than I could count. How dare you refuse to let us do the same? And without those keen ears of yours, I never knew what bollocks Brendan and Neubert are whispering about me behind my back, and ignorance is not bliss, let me tell you. This one's worth a fortune, aye, and fame besides. I wager we won't have to pay for our drinks when we get back into town. Oh God, it's not another night to remember. Don't you worry your pretty head over our fearless leader's questionable constitution. Take pride in the victory for the small folk. We'll sleep easy once they hear Balmaquitz demise until Ardbert's drunken snoring wakes them from their slumber. And on that note, I think it's time we quit this place. And Rendere, I trust that the next time you decide to hunt deadly game, you'll do us the courtesy of extending us an invitation. And though I thought I was doing you a favor by keeping you out of my personal affairs, selfish as it was. Oh, fine, but if you go and die on me, I'll pay a necromancer to raise you from the dead so I could kill you out of spite. Again, now then, mind cutting off wherever it is you need to take back as proof of the kill. I don't want to lose our reward on a technicality. Such a fine crystal, why not hold onto it as a memento of this occasion? Wake up, damn you, hello? What's wrong with you? That's the second time your so-called gift has caused us a chance at saying... Andrea. You know what? I've had enough of it. I've had enough. Enough, I say. Yes, I don't need your help. I am perfectly capable of hunting the Sin Eater on my own. Upon our return to Gate Town, you will be given your final payment, and we will be free to go our separate ways. Yeah, we were going over to there. Squeeze us your shoulder. We need to go and grab the Aetheryte. Then let's go find the Ether in the north. And then we'll go and get, go back to Gate Town. Okay, as long as it doesn't say west, we'll east. Yeah. We're not gonna be able to get there, so let's get to right. Yeah, the Great Forest is probably my favorite area, and Shadowbringers. Honestly, I don't know why I even placed my faith in you. You are such a disappointment. Consider this a formal dissolution of our partnership. Let's never again speak the names Reek and Edgar in the same breath. Yes, never again, and with that, I bid you good day. When he was little, Reek's parents punished him for a time by withholding his allowance. Without money to lavish on his friends, he soon found that many were only drawn to him by his wealth. I dare say he feared you would abandon him as they did and decide to push you away first. I'm not trying to make excuses for what he said. I only hope you can find it in your heart to forgive him. Take some time to think it over, then come and see me and take this for your troubles. But level 78. I was beginning to worry. Much like the Twelves would, this force has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come. I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya, or rather could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Pants. Ah, 403. And we still got same old shoes. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him into a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alize and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. Perhaps you should be concerned with how you have changed. You're right, and after my untold remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worse. I will have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbroth. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Ranar at the plaza. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? From the Crystorium, I see. And this tablet you brought may help us find the Light Warden here, and Ratika. And you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course. Anything for the gifts of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you, she means a great deal to the knights. Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the great fire. With our priests slain, our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. If it was she who drove them back. With her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within the shadow, whose shadow may have come to find solace. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes, which she spoke of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she's done in the service to the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now you should know there are certain customs we all ask guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbroth. To show reverence to the dark? And words, in a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Yeah, after this quest, I'll be calling it an episode. But first, cabbage. Now that Mr. Matoa kept her room dark because she didn't need the light, but they're all like her, aren't they? Should you see any of our people coming to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Ratika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps particular custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment, that I would rid you of the light's impurity? I don't think I have the kneel. Kneel. Just dumps the entire jug on top of us. Lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. And with that, you have been cleansed of light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest, not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated with in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I want to say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. Now, the dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effects, unless... But the gods, Mr. Tutoya, were right. You are sin eaters! What you felt was just no more than a chill of the water. Perhaps now that would be a good time for you to acquaint yourself with the people of Slitherbroth. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alen Tuta, in the language of Ronka, is one of the several ways one might say good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should do too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely speak the word Alin Tuta, and they will know you are a U.S. friend of the Blessed. I will wait you return here. Now go. There are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. In chat, enter Alin Tuta to greet the villagers of Sotherbroth. At least this one's a bit easier to do. Oh, sorry. I forgot what she already said. So you must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are quiet and taciturn people, and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. For a second there, I forgot I was supposed to be reading that. Alin Cheese, hi, welcome friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see, but fear not, our medical tea will keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours. Everyone's so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There is still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see how they've built such a thriving community. And with that, I'll call it there, and in the next episode, we shall do the blue.